Hey everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor in Paradise, a guy's review. In today's clip from the live stream, we're discussing Becca Kufrin and what she had to say about possibly getting back together with Blake Horstmann. Would she not? Let's strike those rumors down right now and hear what she has to say on the Clickbait podcast. Becca Kufrin, thoughts on dating Blake Horstmann again?
I want to know. So put everything to bed. If Blake showed up on the beach, would you guys date? In the article, it says that he thought maybe something might still be there after you and Garrett broke up. So, and now that you're single, so if Blake were on the beach, do you think you would have explored something with him? Is something still there for you? Just put it to bed.
Long question.
No. No.
Okay.
Yikes. So that's all they have. That's it. Oh, no. She didn't even explain herself. She's just like, no. You know what? I personally like to give people a shot. And even though she said no, I feel like maybe there is a chance. What about all that 1 in a million talk? You know what I mean? I don't know if Blake... I don't know if Blake wants to get back with Becca. You know, I'll tell you what, it'd be good for their engagement. If Blake and Becca got back together, my views would skyrocket for the day. So listen, Becca, if you're out there, Daddy's got to buy a new pair of shoes. Just get back together, kiss each other on the lips. I'll take a photo from across the street, socially distanced. I won't even bother you. I'll donate 10% to charity. What do you guys say? Let me know. It looks like the audience is saying yes. Cora says, short and sweet answer. I like it. All right, you like it. Cav says, I think Blake and Becca gave it a little chance and didn't go well. Oh, you think they gave it a chance in real life? Well, we never really got to know that. There was some rumors that they were both in LA at the same time, but we don't really know if they slung their spades or not. You know what I mean? We don't know if they shared a toothbrush, if you know what I mean. We don't know if they, bumped Harry's or what. Lance their bass. We don't know. Okay, we're out of metaphors here. But did they do that in the fantasy suite? Because I mean, they must have. He proposed. I feel like has anyone ever proposed that didn't hook up in the fantasy suite? Because we know Matt James didn't hook up with Rachel Kirkconnell in the fantasy suite, and then he didn't propose. I'd love to know that. Anyone in the comment section, let me know. Has somebody gotten down on a knee and proposed that didn't lance the other person's bass? Really not sure. Alexa says, send them to the windmill. Oops, wrong season. Hey, that's okay. A little callback to the windmill. My favorite fantasy suite was the yurt, which I think was JoJo's season. You know, someone always gets a raw deal, right? Someone always gets like the 4 seasons. They get a private butler. They get the whole infinity pool. And then the next guy, they're like, you're going to get one of those Ford F-250 campers that goes in the back of the thing. You know what I mean? There's always someone else. Hey, Willie Billy with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Well, anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about Blake and Becca getting back together. And also... obviously, they're not getting back together. She was like, no. If a lady ever laughs involving an answer to whether or not she'd get back together with you, that's not good. If I'm ever like, hey, Tasha, what do you say we try some freaky deaky? And she's like, no. It's like, okay, all right. Okay, you're picking up the bill tonight. Nicole says Matt and Rachel didn't hook up. Well, I mean... I don't know if you're going with Mikey Planeta's form of hooking up. They did not commit the ultimate sin, as far as I know. He had said he didn't have sex with anybody in the fantasy suite, and you sort of have to believe him because I feel like if he like lanced, his bass with a, Bass Pro Shop, if he, reeled him in with Bree and said I didn't have sex, I feel like he'd get called out real quick because it's very insulting if you hooked up with someone and then said you didn't. So I'm pretty sure he didn't do it, Hey, Matt James, he got a lot of hate after that season, but the guy has held a pretty high moral barometer and he's done pretty well with his charity wise, him and Rachel. I mean, I get called a lot of things. Someone left a comment. It doesn't bother me. But they want to cancel me now because I'm excited to see Rachel Kirkconnell and Matt James carry on their life. Look, It's like at the end of Wall-E when like a little daisy grows and you're like, oh, maybe the planet Earth isn't destroyed. Spoiler alert. I think that's how it ends. So my point is, it's like, of all the adversity that they faced, it's nice to see that they still make it work. They share about positive things. They share about charities and these things. You know, it's nice to see people evolve. That's where I stand by. Some people, they just, I don't know if it's their own, lack of happiness, or they think by tearing others down, it's going to make their situation any better. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy for them. And let me tell you something. I said this on the other live stream. I got a connection that is telling me that they are getting ready to see Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell engaged. That's all I can say. I don't have receipts to share with you guys, nor do I care to be the first to report it if it does come out. But I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if you see a little ring on that finger anytime soon. And you know what? If we don't, that's fine too. I would actually prefer that they don't tell people. That would be fine too. But I think it's okay that we can appreciate love as it transcends all the adversity it may face. All right, that'll be where I end that clip right there. 52-minute mark. Call it 52. It doesn't matter. All right, I'll just do one of those. That way, when I look at the audio, I can see the spike. All right, folks, technical stuff. Texas Rose says, sharing toothbrushes is the new bumping Harrisons. Yeah. Well, sharing toothbrushes should be like a precursor to bumping Harrisons. It should be like second base. Like, oh, you shared toothbrushes. You really helped remove each other's plaque there. All right, folks. What do we have here? Nicole says, if Reality Steve is your source, I don't buy it. No, Reality Steve is not my source. And that wouldn't make sense because Reality Steve would just post it. Was it Neal Lane? No, it wasn't Neal Lane. No, it's someone on the periphery of their camp is how it goes. And look, there's plenty of people in the peripheries of camps, like Greg Grippo's uncle, that probably has no idea what's going on. So could I have like a third cousin from Matt James' mom twice removed, telling me what they hope? Sure. But that's why I'm also not reporting it. I'm just sharing with you some information that has no credibility whatsoever that they may be getting engaged soon. And I mean that. It's got zero credibility. And I'd almost prefer not knowing. I hope they get at least 6 months of their engagement before they tell people. I hope they really get to feel it, because once they're engaged, I mean, it's going to unearth a lot of, news and this and that, and who knows how it goes.